friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Am I right, peeps? Am I right? We're going to the club this weekend, getting hammered. No. We're in a global pandemic. Be fucking responsible. This will be the second episode that goes up on the podcast feed, motherfuckers. That means, yes, it is official. Live at the Roxy. The first episode has been uploaded. And thank you, Jake Yakoveta, for making me a little image for it. I haven't uploaded that part yet, so I did a temp image, but then I will upload that image. So thanks to Jake for that. If you want to be listening, instead of looking at my no makeup wearing whack ass face these days, because it's just too much. It's too much during a pandemic to wake up every day for my own YouTube show and put on like a full-blown face of makeup. I did that every single day for all of 2019. And 2020, I was like, nah, give your face a break. So here I am giving my face a break. We've got some fun stuff to talk about on the show today, guys. Well, number one, first and foremost, of course, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. We'll keep saying that on the show because we are a hybrid show. We are a political show, an entertainment show, do the right fucking thing show, a pop culture show, a advice show. We're all those things here wrapped into one pig in a blanket. Does that make me a pig? I don't like that because it's associated with the police. Maybe I'm a rocks in a blanket, but I'm in a sweatshirt. We're a rocks in a sweatshirt kind of show. Just go with it, guys. As always, if you have things you want to talk about today, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I'm happy, excited, willing, and able to look at all your questions, comments, concerns, and read those out loud or right here in the super chat. But other than that, the Weeknd is going to be the Super Bowl performance this year. I wonder how they are doing the Super Bowl this year. Lots of stuff to talk about with that. And then I kind of felt like doing today one of those shows where we work on loving ourselves. You know, one of the things that we forget about doing all of the time. But more so than that, I like to be specific. So these are 7 ways that you can feel happier right now. Now, you guys know I go through ups and downs all the time. I do not claim to be an expert in this area. I'm not sitting here pretending like I'm the happiest person on the fucking planet. And here I am, super happy, telling you how to be like me. But I am telling you guys that I've lived 29 years of life. And in those 29 years, I know that when I do these 7 things, I am happier. Doesn't mean I am the happiest I've ever been. It means that when I am down, I make sure I'm doing all of these things, or at least 5 or 6 of these things every day to make sure that I am working on becoming that 1% happier, which we talk about on this show all of the time. So there's that. I don't know what accent that was. You know, sometimes we just freaking go for it. Oh, man, I just went to check the Streamlabs to see what was going on today, and nothing so far, but it reminded me of that traitor that is Apollo 3 JP. He went back to Steph's camp, guys. He was in our camp, then he went back to Steph's. I wonder if he'll show his face today. He's still welcome here. He's just no longer going to be my lover boy. What? So weird. It's just so weird. So let's start by talking about the Weeknd, guys. I was kind of surprised to hear this announcement. I feel like because of COVID, going with a performer as opposed to a band might be a little safer. But you have to figure that for this Super Bowl performance, they're going to have mad people up there with him, right? Like, it's not going to just be the Weeknd. It's going to be, there's got to be guests. There's got to be people featured. There's got to be a ton of people coming out. Also, I feel like the Super Bowl tends to do better when they find musicians for everyone. Now, that is not to say that I don't like this choice, because I actually think the Weeknd's fucking awesome, and I'm super here for this selection. But we know that like the Bruce Springsteen performances and the Rolling Stones type performances, like all of those seem to do better than like the Katy Perrys of the world. Those don't seem to perform as well. Which is why in years past, we see when they want to do one person, it ends up being like 15 different groups. You know, what is it? Coldplay and Beyonce and like multiple different acts that come through. But the Weeknd's an excellent performer. I just don't know how recognizable his music is going to be to, like, say, my grandparents or even my father, who's more in the, but who knows if it has to be. I just was a little bit surprised with this pick, but we know that he puts on a great show. What will this show look like, though? What does the halftime performance even look like? Will the Weeknd, this is a wild concept, if they don't have any fans in the stadium, will the Weeknd even be performing at that stadium? Or will he be live somewhere else? Like, how exactly will that even work? Jake in here says, Run DMC, Aerosmith, Britney Spears, Slash was great. Word to all of that. Zeno R says The Weeknd's popular. I'm not saying The Weeknd isn't popular because, of course, The Weeknd's popular. It's not like they picked a B-list artist. The Weeknd's an A-list celebrity. I just don't know how recognizable some of his stuff is going to be for other people. But hey, maybe they can learn who he is and get in on this. Yeah. Apparently, it's going to be on February 7th. It's going to be in Tampa Bay, of course. And according to the announcement today, it's made jointly by the NFL, Pepsi, and the NFL's live music entertainment strategist partner, Rock Nation. The event, which is in the second year of the NFL's Rock Nation partnership and the 10th of Pepsi's sponsorship, follows the 2020 edition that was headlined by J-Lo and Shakira. That was pretty awesome, too. I know not everybody agreed with that, but I think J-Lo and Shakira was great. Halftime show will be produced by DPS, previously announced executive producers Jesse Collins and Rock Nation, and directed by Hamish Hamilton. Is that how you say it? Hamish Hamilton? Hamish Hamilton? The Weeknd says, we all grow up watching the world's biggest acts playing the Super Bowl, and one can only dream of being in that position. I'm humbled, honored, and ecstatic to be the center of that infamous stage this year. The Weeknd's coming off of a huge 2020, highlighted by his Billboard 200 #1 album, After Hours, and its breaking single, Blinding Lights, which became the Canadian pop star's 5th #1 single on the Hot 100 and set several chart records, including most weeks at #1 on Hot R&B Songs 34, most weeks in the top 5 of the Hot 100, 32 with 4 weeks at #1, and most weeks at #1 on Radio Songs with 26 weeks, most weeks at #1 on Adult Pop Songs for a song by a lead soloist, 20 weeks, and most weeks on the Pop Songs charts at 47 weeks. So those numbers are pretty staggering. That's pretty unbelievable. Yeah, it's pretty great. The Weeknd was introduced has introduced a sound all his own that's coming from Jay-Z, who's the Rock Nation founder. His soulful uniqueness has defined a new generation of greatness in music and artistry. This is an extraordinary moment in time, and the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show is going to be an extraordinary experience with an extraordinary performer. The Super Bowl halftime show is generally a star-studded affair with plenty of special guests, though none have been announced as of yet. So J-Lo and Shakira last year brought out Bad Bunny, Balvin, Maroon 5 brought out Big Boy and Travis Scott, Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga, Coldplay, Beyonce with Destiny's Child, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry with Lenny Kravitz and Missy Elliott, and Left Shark. So those are tons from the recent past. I remember I was there when Katy Perry performed. That was Seahawks Patriots. So who do you guys want to see? Do you think that the Weeknd will have special guests? Do you think it will just be him? Do you think this was a good selection? Do you think that it should have been somebody else? Are you surprised they're even doing a halftime show during a pandemic? Did you forget about football altogether because the Patriots are absolutely sucking this year and almost lost to the fucking Jets, the worst team in football? How you feeling? Let us sister know. Oh, guys, it's just a lot. It's a lot to ask me to think about an event in February when it's like, how the fuck are we getting to tomorrow? But we're going to talk about that on the show today. Let's go to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Too Lucky, and Too Lucky is spelled TWO, so maybe it's two lucky people. Says, part 1. So, Rox, I kind of need your help with something. So I slept with my friend's mom when I was like 19. While in the act, she hurt herself and had to call him to help her to hospital. Part 2, it was nothing too serious. It was just a little much for her as she was a much older woman, but I ended up hiding in the closet once he got there and he never knew about it. Okay, then you said continued, but I don't see anything else yet. You guys come here with the wildest stories, which I absolutely love. And thank you for trusting us and sharing these stories with us. And I will wait with bated breath right now about what happens here. I also wonder how she got injured. Wow, I ended up hiding in the closet once he got there and he never knew about it. So what? You guys were at her house. You went to sleep with her. Then she had to call her son to help. Why didn't you just help? And why wouldn't you just bring her to the hospital? So many questions. Need to know more. I'm curious. Come on, do lucky. Come on, do lucky. Okay, part 3. So jump to today. His mom is becoming forgetful and told him about the encounter. He called earlier asking about it, and I told him I had to work, so I'd call him when I got off. Pun intended, got off. Sorry, not a time for jokes. Okay, that was part 3. Then it says continued. We're waiting for part 4. Okay, so far, you slept with your friend's mom when you were 19. I wonder how old you are now. You lied about it. We now know better than to lie about things. She injured herself, and he came to get her. I wonder if he thought that injury was not related to sex. Then she's becoming forgetful. Now she's told him, and he wants to talk to you about it, but you have not done so yet. And we are waiting for the update. Okay, what are you guys talking about in the chat right now? Andrew says Stacy's mom. Cinema says MILFs all day. Preach. Zeno says how much older. Daryl says holy crap. Matt says oh damn. Andrew says wow. Third turd says time to start dodging your friend then. Eek. Eek. Manny says I hope your mom is watching. You hope his mom's watching or the mom that it happened with? Spidey said, did she dislocate her hip or something? Great question. Cinema says, I mean, did he stay friends with the dude? Yeah, we got a lot of questions for you. If you're gonna open up Too Lucky, get ready for some follow-ups from us. Okay. Too Lucky then says part 4. I kind of regret it, but it was that young male fantasy sex with a mom thing, and I don't know how I should handle this. Should I lie? Should I tell the truth? I'm pretty sure this won't end our friendship, but it will make it super awkward going forward. All right, guys, what do we think? Rock stars, help out our friend Too Lucky. Do you lie or do you tell the truth? I'm going to be perfectly honest and upfront with you about this one right now. I don't think you have a choice. I think if it's going to be awkward, it's already going to be awkward. By you lying, what you're claiming is that his mother is a liar. So you never want to make anybody who's telling the truth seem like a liar because A, that's gaslighting. B, could cause strain with his relationship with him and his mom because he might believe you. And then what? He thinks his mom's a liar, or he thinks that she's just that out of it, which might make him think she's sicker than she is, which is not a nice thing to do. I think you straight up have to tell him the truth and tell him like that. It was 19. It was so stupid. I would never do that to you again. I'm so sorry. Let me know what I can do to make this any better or right. And I shouldn't have done that. And I fucked up. And then live with the consequences of your action. Travis says no more lying. Matt Link says truth, although it will suck. Manny says truth. Michael says truth. Daryl says, nah, dude, you're screwed. I don't know about that. Jake says, yeah, you're fucked. Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys. Seems like most people in here think truth, but that is going to suck. Andrew says awkward is right, but truth because she let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. LOL. I don't really think you have a choice. You got to come clean, friend, and let us know how it goes. We believe in you. We know people can change. I was a very different person at 19 than I am today. And that's very important to recognize that we all have things that change and grow and develop within us. Okay. Thank you for Too Lucky for saying all of those things. Let's go back, guys, because we got a few messages between yesterday's show and today's show that I do want to address. starting with Kyle Grandinetti, who said in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, thank you for responding yesterday. That's hilarious about your brother. You can archive Amazon orders. It doesn't get rid of the order, but it makes you actually have to look for it and you can't access it by phone. Hope that helps. LOL. Just never want to hide what I do. Note to self, don't order a vibrator on Amazon anyway. That seems a little whack. And I wasn't even trying to order one there. I was just looking up at the one that you guys were suggesting. Oh, you guys got me in trouble. LD123, our girl in here says, hey, coach, please thank your Whirl Girls for me. Y'all are amazing. I realized after listening to y'all that I've never actually came. Oops. Also, thank you for making me feel better about the guy not eating me outright. So any advice on how to come? Oh, and today is my last day on set, and tonight is the wrap party. It's kind of nice since we've all been together for a month. Advice for a wrap party? I'm staying in Georgia for another week because I have an audition where my tits are not an issue. It is just a drama and no nudity. My tits are not even in the conversation. I have to prepare a Shakespearean monologue. Any advice on which one? I know Texas teacher talked about teaching English. Can you ask him? Okay, a lot of great questions here and comments from LD. Guys, LD is our girl. This is our 18-year-old rock star actress who we are rooting for every step of the frickin' way. And we are so here for this. So let's get to this. Number one, you've never came, and that's fine. And I think a lot of women at age 18 have never come. Once you figure it out, it will be much easier to replicate. So I'll give you that. I think that the best way to start is by playing around with yourself, like literally like trying to figure out what feels good on yourself with your hands, like just you make it like a night of it, light candles, steam in the shower, do a whole thing, like kind of pursue yourself, woo yourself and all of that, and try to start feeling what feels good so you know how you will be able to get there. That's, I think, the first step. And then get back to us and we can try to go over more steps. In terms of your last day on set, I'm so happy for your wrap party. I think that for your wrap party, just be friendly, leave a great taste in everybody's mouth in terms of like just be professional, fun, kind, and appreciative of the entire process. So I think that that's good. I'm glad that you've got this new audition. For the Shakespearean monologue, it totally depends on what the project is for. So it's hard to just be like, here's the one that you should do. Shakespearean monologues are tough in general, but it depends because obviously if you're going out for more of a comedic role, you should pick one of his more comedic monologues. So it kind of just depends. You got to make sure it's in the tone of whatever you're going for. Texas teacher, if you're in here, let us know because LD is specifically asking for your help. So there is that. Yes. What else is going on in here? Oh, speaking of Texas teacher in here says, hey, Roxy, still clean and sober. Yes, Texas teacher. Today marks the longest I've stayed sober since my relapse. Oh, that's amazing. This also means that will be true from now on. That's so true. Today, I got some amazing news. I got an adjunct at college courses, and it's over Shakespeare, which has been my focus for 30 years. Oh, Texas teacher, that's amazing that you're mentioning Shakespeare now. That's awesome news. And maybe you can help out our friend LD as your first student on this for Live at the Roxy. But yes, to clean and sober. Every day is one more day, and we are here for you, rooting for you, cheering you on. Apollo 3 JP in the house. Look who's showing their face, or at least their text. Hi, Roxy. How you doing? LOL. Always will support. But yes, if you could put in a good word for me with Steph, I'd owe you one. Laugh my ass off. Apollo, I think you're fucked in this area. Loyalty is huge for us. You jump ship, then you jump back, then you jump forth. I think we're in trouble. I can try, though. I'll see what I can do. Should I let her know right now? No, I'll let her know after. Morse Code Z in the house. Morse Code Z says, I searched for Live at the Roxy on Apple Podcasts, but couldn't find it. Help. Also, like and subscribe, everyone. Morse Code Z, apparently all the other places like Spotify and stuff, it pushes out to immediately. Apparently Apple Podcasts, it takes me uploading, I guess, like 7 of them for it to finally go through. So I just did my first one today, And yesterday, I'll do my second one today. So it probably won't be on there for 1 week, I'm hearing. But you guys keep me posted when you're looking, and I'll keep you posted if I know if it's on there. Thank you, Morse Code, for pointing that out, though. So it will be on Apple Podcasts, just not until the system actually works it through. Jake Yacovetta in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Schreier says, the halftime show could be Honey Boo Boo farting into a microphone for 15 minutes as long as the Patriots aren't in the game. Jake, my amazing moderator, my love, my friend, the most helpful person in my life, fuck off. Is that nice of me? LD123 in the Streamlabs says, hey, coach, did you not get my Streamlabs? No, I did. LD, I read them all, I think. Yeah. Maybe you wrote that before I got to them. Let me know. Jake Yacovetta also puts in another Streamlabs. Again, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Get them in, guys. Get them in. Thanks for everybody for being here. And don't worry, we will get to the ways to be happy, but still on you guys right now. Jake says, I slept with one of my best friend's sisters after he made it known that he didn't want us doing that. We were going to keep it quiet, but she slipped and told him the next morning. Wow, she didn't wait long. I avoided him for a week, but when I saw him, he gave me a hug and said, better you than these other motherfuckers, so you never know how it can go. Interesting. But Jake, then did you end up like pursuing her? I feel like the only time dudes or your friends, girls, whatever, are cool with this is when it's not just sex, but it actually like has feelings attached. Let me know, because I think your friend being that cool about it, maybe he's like pissing in your cereal or something. Like I feel like he's gotten you back somehow. Who knows, but does feel that way, because otherwise maybe he's just being too cool. Just being a little too cool. Not gonna lie. He's definitely like putting pubic hair in your ice cream or some shit. Not to make you paranoid, but that's how it goes. Jig Yoda says so many lines crossed today. Yeah, I feel that. You know what? The rock stars tend to cross lines. We're fucking rock stars. That's what happens. But we usually learn from our mistakes. We grow. We feel remorseful. You know, we're just trying to live our best lives the only way that we can. It's tough. It's tough to make all the right decisions all the time, but we try. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hello, Roxy. Love you. Love you too, Glenn. As always, thanks for hanging out with us today. Hoffer gig tonight? ? I hope you and the rock stars have a fuck yeah news-filled rest of your day. Stay awesome. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you all. Congrats to Texas teacher. #SmashCancer. So on that note, no Hoffer gig tonight. Did I say I had one tonight? I'm actually going on Monday. So I'm going to be doing a gig for them on Monday, which is the 17th? I don't know when it is. This Monday in like 4 days. Yeah. And then in terms of the other stuff, yes to the fuck yeah news filled day. Yes to the bunnies. Yes to the love. Yes to the congrats to Texas teacher and #SmashCancer. They're doing the 24-hour Smash-a-thon, which I'm so excited about. And I am going to be participating. I'm not exactly sure how. I'm filming some video for it that PLD asked me for. And then I want to come on live. But the problem is it's all day Saturday and the World Girls have like a 12-hour shoot this Saturday. But then it goes into Sunday. So as long as they'll have me and can be a little flexible with my schedule, I'm for sure going to be there. Because yes. I also was talking with Smets this morning. Smets and I talk almost every day. I talked to Kaiser today too, actually. But Smets and I realized today that we're two of the only people who still just send like voice text, you know, when you voice text somebody. And he seems in good spirits today. I love Kevin Smets. He's so awesome. SmashCancer all day, every day. Oh, God. What a fucking fighter and just a badass and all of those things. We're really excited for World Girls for this Saturday shoot, guys. I can't tell you what we're shooting, but we will make that announcement relatively soon. And World Girls last night for Ask Us Anything was so fucking fun. Winston Marshall texted us today about it, said that he loved the episode, that he was dying laughing, and that he would do really well in the Hunger Games, which I still don't think he would do well in the Hunger Games. I just don't. But he says he's good with weapons, so that would be helpful. I still want him on my team. Like, at the end of the day, Winston's not going to murder Rue, guys. Can you picture it? I like feel like Rocha and Perry would, and Winston wouldn't. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, no worries. Check out the World Girls, especially on Wednesday nights and on Sundays. They're both actually pretty freaking fun. All right, moving forward, let's talk a little bit of happiness. You guys feel free during this conversation to give your own tips, your own tricks, put them in the super chat, put them in the Streamlabs. No super chat so far today. Sometimes we just don't like to go into the super chats with YouTube, but tons of support otherwise. Give this video a thumbs up if you have not already, friends. We are currently at 100 people watching live and half that amount in the thumbs up. So get those thumbs going. Nick says, you think Perry would murder Rue? I totally do. To win the Hunger Games? Yes. I feel like Perry would win at all costs. And I mean that with the utmost respect and as such a compliment. Why is my nose tilted to the side today? Do you guys see that? How do I fix it? Just trying to be a straight nosed bitch when it's just trying to curve on me. Morse Code says sometimes super chats don't work for me. Weird. Huh. I wonder why that is. Okay. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Let me know if you have any tips on ways to be happy almost immediately, or at least a little bit fucking happier. Let's go through mine. And yeah, I prepped the fucking show today. And yeah, I wrote these down like a motherfucking stud. How many times have I sworn today so far? It's a lot. I'm just like really doing a swearing show. Fuck. Okay. Number 1, Jake, you're not going to like this one. Other people, you're not going to like this one too. And by the way, these are things that I have said on this show, but we're just making a list together. These are 7 ways to feel better right now. It doesn't mean perfect. It doesn't mean great. Just 7 ways to feel a little bit better right now. Number 1 is clean your place. I know this one sucks. If you're somebody who's messy, if over this quarantine, you've accumulated a lot of random items or dusty shit or whatever, and you hate cleaning, sometimes this process can take hours, depending on how large the location you live is. Well, Jacob, say you're not going to like this one because you don't even like making your bed, so I'm assuming you don't like doing a deep clean of your place. But clean your place is so important. The environment that we're living in during this time, guys, is so essential to success. And I don't mean success as in just career success. I mean success, happiness, anything that makes you feel a little lighter, anything that makes you feel like you can get your work done a little better, that you could, just relax at any place. Like when you have clothes all over your bed or on the floor, when the room is messy, the mind is messy. And that's how it goes. So cleaning your house or your place. Travis says hours. No, cleaning our house would take weeks. Dang kids. That's amazing that you have a house though, because, I do not. But if you do a little bit every day for a week, you could do a couple hours a day for a week, or you could bang it out all in one day, or whatever you can do. Cleaning your house, which includes things like making sure that there's no dishes in the sink, making sure that your throw blanket is properly placed on your couch, making sure there's no clothes all over your place, making sure that you put away the puzzles or the kids' toys or whatever it is, making sure that you make your bed, making sure that you wash the floors and wipe down the counters. This one seems crazy because why would that bring you happiness? But I'm telling you, the cleaner your place is, the cleaner your mind can be, the more productive you can be, the happier environment you create for yourself. I do at least a cleaning once a week of my place. And every time I do, I feel like I've accomplished something and I feel a little more at ease. I keep my place pretty tidy in general. And because I do a little bit of cleanup every day, when I do that once a week, it doesn't take me that long. It only takes me about an hour, as opposed to if I let it build up for months. So that first time it might suck, but you can do it. It's for free. You don't have to fucking pay somebody to do it. You can do it yourself. All you need are some cleaning products, which you need to keep in your house anyway, a broom, a little bit of Pledge or Windex, some paper towels, Swiffer maybe. You don't have to do anything fancy. You just need to fold your stuff, put it away, make it all tidy. That's the deal. clean your room, clean your house. Trust me, this will bring you into a little bit of a lighter, better place. Like I said, people hate to do it, but it's one of the important ones. So that is number one on the list. These are not in order, in any particular order. That's just a proven one that we know works. And science, there's a lot of science to back this up. I hate people who are like, look at the science, but like when you talk about really highly productive people, not all productive people are organized, but like it's something like 98% of organized people are productive. It's unbelievable when you look at the productivity of organization and organized people. So if your home is organized and your car is organized and your folders are organized, you're going to be doing much, much better. Okay. Number 2. I'm referring to this as spa day, but that doesn't mean going anywhere. Men and women. This is something Steph Sabra and I talk about all the time. Dear men, you guys need to take care of your skin and your face and your bodies. Women, we are brought up knowing about this more. I don't know why it's not taught to men as much, but moisturizing is not a woman thing. It is an everybody thing. It is a men, women, non-binary people. Moisturizing is essential. So when I say spa, spend one day this week treating yourself. Put on a face mask. They're $2 at CVS. Literally, you can get a face mask. You can get a box of like 20 of them for $15 or something. Put on a face mask. Put on some moisturizer. You can get really inexpensive moisturizers. If you like to, paint your nails, soak your feet in the tub or in a bucket if you don't have a tub, put some bubbles in there or like a bath bomb or something. Spend one night this week, I'm talking this week, taking a little extra care of yourself. It could just be a 45-minute venture after you put your kids to sleep or after you read your book, whatever it is. Take a little extra care of your body. You will feel much better. Put on that like Bon Iver type music, zone out. Don't have the TV on. Don't be checking your phone. Just put the face mask on. Put on some moisturizer. Clip your cuticles or whatever the fuck it is, your nails. File them. All of those things will make you so, so, so much happier. Even if you just do it once a week, it will be so lovely. Trust me. It just makes you feel like you value yourself. It's not even about the superficials of looking good. It's about feeling good. And when you put that energy into yourself, then you feel better about yourself, like you are worth something because you are. The truth is, if you are young and you start moisturizing now, you're going to stay looking young. It's more challenging when you're later in life to start moisturizing. Moisturizing is not feminine. I don't know how to say this enough. Steph and I talk about this every fucking time we moisturize. Moisturizing is necessary for all of the people. You got to moisturize. You guys have seen Grammy? Grammy is 93 years old. She looks 60. She's moisturized every day since she was 20. That is like legit why. Straight up. That's the deal. My natural beauty feels its self-worth, says Jake Yakoveta. Jake, do me a favor. Try it. I know that it seems like it's not for you, but get a face mask, put it on, feel how your skin feels afterwards. Put on that moisturizer. Jake Yoda says, I'm good because black don't crack. Black people, white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, anybody who's a person can use moisturizer. It's not even about just looking young when you're older, even though black don't crack, Chig Yoda. Moisturizing, it makes you feel good. It's healthy for you. It makes you feel good to take care of yourself. I'm telling you guys, try instead of pushback on this one, just try it. Just try it. Try to do the face mask. Try to do the moisturizer. Try to take care of your skin and your body. Just try it. Jig Yoda says, I do use lotion, Roxy. See? That's what I'm saying. Come on, guys. Okay, so those are the first 2 on my list. We will continue with those, but pausing for a second to get to some of these Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Mark Jason Ali in the house. Mark, I haven't seen you in a second. Says, hi, Roxy. I knew that would be your response to Jake. I said at the same time as you. LOL. What about the Patriots? Hope all is well and your sleeping pattern is back to normal. Wasn't able to watch World Girls last night. It was like 3 a.m. in the UK. Glad you got the tech stuff sorted out. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, my computer was not recognizing my microphone or my webcam today, but then it did. I just had to like restart everything and there were just some issues, but then it worked. I don't know what happened. I never really know, even when I fix it, how I fixed something. World Girls was great. Go back and watch it. Let me know what you think. And the Patriots are the best forever and always. And I have still been staying up until 4 a.m. I just can't seem to help it these days. Got to work on that. Too Lucky in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer said, talked to him. He laughed it off and called me gross. Oh my God, this is about the mom. But it wasn't as awkward as I thought. He told me he would get me back. Moments later, I got a call from my mom. I was going crazy, but no, he just told my mom what I did. I'm hella embarrassed. Wait, I got a call from my mom. I was going crazy, but no, he just told my mom. What do you mean he just told your mom what you did? Of course he did. Oh my God, you're hella embarrassed. That is unbelievable payback. And you definitely you deserve that. What an epic response too. What an epic response. All right, I'm into it. Also in the super chat, Glenn Caesar said, Roxy, how does someone find out they're good with weapons unless they've tested their skills out on someone in real life? It's a great question. We're going to have to ask Winston. He said he grew up in Texas, so that people in Texas are good with weapons. I really don't fucking know what that means. Anyway, as you guys continue to put in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer and the super chat, let's continue with the ways that I know will make you feel a little bit better. Can't knock it till you try it. Okay, number 3, easy one. Free. Everything I try to suggest is like either cheap or free. This one is so hard to get yourself to do, but once you're doing it, yes. I'm not a runner. I never have been. Just fucking hate it. But I am a walker. I love to walk. Go on a 20-minute walk. If you are in kind of a mood, if you have a tude, the first thing you have to do is stand the fuck up, because something about being in the sunken place when you're sitting down, you're in the couch and you're just like, oh, fuck my life. Stand the fuck up. There's so many more possibilities from the standing position than from a seated position. When you're standing, you can go to the fridge. You can go to the porch. You could go, like when you're standing, you can go. When you're sitting, you can't do fucking shit. So stand the fuck up and then walk to the door, walk outside, and go on a 20-minute walk. Now, this walk can be accompanied with so many things. You can walk with your coffee. You can walk with your tea. If it's night and you're pampering yourself and you're having a day, you can walk with a glass of wine. Put it in a cup. Just go. Don't forget, though, that alcohol is a depressant, so that will not help to improve your happiness. I'm just saying, if you're going to have that glass of wine anyway, you might as well do it while walking. Just get the fuck outside. I know it's cold. I know it's tough in a lot of areas. Don't do anything unsafe. So if you're by yourself, maybe not at nighttime, but if you can, put on a sweatshirt, put on your sunglasses and your mask, get your cup of tea or whatever, and go on a 20-minute walk. It's 20 minutes of your life. Always this helps. Just get the fuck outside. Get the fuck outside. I always tell myself when I'm feeling depressed, like, just get the fuck up and go outside. Because sometimes we don't want to do things that make us feel better when we're in that place. And we have to convince ourselves. We know this will help. So just get up and fucking go. Okay? You guys can try it. Let me know if I'm accurate on this one, but I know I am. Okay, number 4. Send out 5 text messages checking on people. Now, this seems like a strange one, and this isn't a forever one, but especially during this time, I find that I feel best when I know my people are okay. And so when I'm feeling super down, I'll take out my phone and I'll text. You guys know all of them, or you know a lot of them. Jay Washington, Winston Marshall, Emma Fife, Cameron Rice, Steph, Dorina, my brother, my sister, my dad. I'll text a friend from high school, or anybody that I'm just like, either this person's alone, this person could be struggling extra for any kind of reason right now. I just haven't checked in on this person a little bit. And I'll just send a thinking about you, hope you're doing well, here if you need an ear kind of text message. And it's always makes me feel better. I don't do it because of that necessarily, but checking on other people, although it seems like a selfless thing, is really ultimately kind of a selfish thing sometimes because it makes me feel better. And checking on your people is such a great use of your time. Just sending that quick message, thinking about you. You popped up on my whatever feed, or you just were running through my mind. Hope you're doing well. And just dropping a line. Rob Cases, Joey from Friends texting, how you doing? Yeah, but even just that, like, how's today? How are we doing today? And it's why, like, I'll text Smets 4 times a week now, or, like just people that maybe are going through it a little bit more. Just reach out, do that bit of a reach out. So fucking important. Okay? You guys are with me so far? We'll see how many of these you guys are actually going to follow. Number 5. If you're not much of a walker, drive somewhere. Now, this one is tough because it can be expensive because gas, but I don't mean drive somewhere like a road trip. If you know of somewhere pretty that's got like a pretty lookout, or somewhere that's like 20 minute, 30 minute, 40 minutes round trip drive from you, sometimes just getting in the car, I do some of my best thinking. And there's something about the movement. Same thing with walking. When you're no longer stagnant, when you start moving, your thoughts are able to move. You're able to move forward and be forward thinking. I always, for the first couple of minutes I'm driving in the car, I'm like, But then at some point on that ride, I'm like really focused and concentrated and thinking about X, Y, and Z and forward movement. So if you don't have a car, then this one doesn't work for you. That's why the walking option's available. And by the way, if you can't walk and you are handy capable, and I'm sure that rolling in your wheelchair or getting somebody to help you or move you, those things probably will be helpful too. I am able-bodied, so it's hard for me to give specific advice for that. But any kind of way that you can move forward is something that will be helpful. Yeah, Garth says, I have no car. I'm disabled. I have health issues that keep me quarantined, so I can't go for walks and I can't do cleaning by myself. I have to hire help, so I'm not doing any of these. Well, Garth, first of all, I think that you can still, and correct me if I'm wrong, do like some kind of face mask or some kind of moisturizing, like some kind of self-care in any kind of way. I think you can still text 5 people and check on them and see how they're doing. I don't know exactly your situation, but let me know if you can or can't do that. And actually, I love driving with somebody if you are able to, not obviously during a pandemic, only the people that are in your group that you are quarantined with, but driving with somebody, some of my I think out a lot of my best thoughts. Like Steph and I will go for rides and we do a lot of our best brainstorming in the car as well. Okay. Then number 6, which again, this one you can do, Garth, and also I believe that everybody in here can do this. Make a plan. So I find that a lot of my anxiety comes from not knowing what my next action steps are. And that's stressful and it's not helpful. And you don't know where you're going and you're treading water in so many areas of your life. I'm one of those people who, when I write something down, I do it. I don't make goals that I cannot achieve, and I don't break my promises. And I'm just one of those people. I know there's a lot of people on the internet and a lot of people in life who goals are a lot of them are stretch goals or reaches, or they're things that they want to do, but they're not sure yet. For me, if I make a goal, I follow through. As you guys saw from 365 days of Instagram pictures for me from my New Year's resolution from last year. Or you guys see me going up every single day on here for all of quarantine so far. Like when I say I'm going to do something, I just fucking do it, come hell or high water. And I believe that that is the best way to actually achieve something, because otherwise it's not really a goal, it's a dream for me. Like, I dream of winning an Emmy, but that isn't my goal right now. I couldn't write that down because I can't actually just by myself achieve that right now. So anything that I write as a goal, I'm like, all right, this is something I'm going to fucking do. So this week, Steph and I sat down and we put together a list of all of the things that we are going to do. We're kind of sick and tired of being poor. We're kind of sick and tired of not being as famous or successful or seen as we want to be, or don't have the right access, all of those things. So how do we get there? So we went through all these things. We made these pie charts of all the things we're doing right now, all the things that we need to be doing, and then specific goals like post X amount of times on Twitter a day, post X amount of times on Instagram, talk about these 3 things on Live at the Roxy, put it on podcast, book a guest a week, like whatever it is, making these goals. So you guys, whether it's having to do with your career, your family, your love life, or whatever, make a fucking plan. Write this shit down. Don't think about it in your head. Write it down on paper. It also helps me to write as opposed to type, but typing totally works too. Whatever it is that you really are trying to achieve, break that down into smaller steps. And that will bring you happiness. That will make you feel a little bit better to know if I'm like, okay, so I know that I want to be a famous working actress, entertainer, host, writer, producer. That's so overwhelming. It's so fucking overwhelming. It's not overwhelming? Looking at a sheet of paper that tells me every day that I need to post 1 IG story. Okay, that's one step I could do. Or looking at a thing every day that says you need to email 1 agent or whatever it is. Again, these aren't even specific to me, just trying to give you guys examples of things that are not overwhelming. So make those little goals, write it down, do it this week. Today, if you have time, make goals for an area of your life, and then just start checking things off your list. That will make you feel a little bit fucking better. And all of this is about making us feel a little bit better right the fuck now, because we need that adrenaline boost. We need that rush. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or right here in the super chat, as well as we are going to be getting out of here soon after I get through this last one. Number 7. This is a little broader, but find something that made you happy as a child and do it again. I've talked about this on the show before, but there can be all different examples of this. I was watching Pen 15, which is that show that I've been telling you guys about that I'm kind of obsessing over right now. In the same way that I started obsessing over Working Moms, Pen 15 is this comedy duo of these 2 girls who are so fucking funny, and they are pretending to be in 8th grade, but they're 30, and it's a whole thing. They're amazing. But one of the things they were doing was they were playing MASH, which if you were a teenager in the 90s or the 2000s, you probably played MASH. I don't know if the guys were doing it as much, but MASH was that game where you wrote MASH on the top of the piece of paper, and it stood for mansion, apartment, shack, house. And then you would write like 4 names of guys that you could end up with, or guys that you had a crush on. Or maybe like 1 would be a guy that you didn't like that much, and 3 guys that like you totally dug. Then you would write 4 different cars, 3 cars that you really would want to be in, 1 car that you wouldn't want to drive as much. MASH was also in the 80s. That's great. I didn't know that, Craig and Garth. Whatever. So it was a whole thing. And then you would like check things off and circle things based on the amount of tallies you had. It was a whole thing. But I was watching them play that on Pen 15, and I was like, That was so fucking fun. Doing shit like that was so fun. And so I'm gonna make the World Girls do that, I think, for one of our Patreon streams. But the point being that as children, we just did things because they made us happy, not because they were helpful for our career or because we overthought them. We just did whatever felt good. So the music you listened to that time at that time, it wasn't because it was cool. It was because it made you feel good. The shows you watched at that time, the movies you watched at that time, the activities you did at that time, it was just because you fucking liked it. So try to look back to what you were doing as a kid and pick one of those things, whether it's a show you were watching, music, the type of music you were listening to, an activity you used to do, an art project you used to love, whatever it is, and just try it again as an adult. Because I bet at the very least it brings back some much needed like inner child love. And that can be really fun. And let me know what it is. Haley Matthews says, "Excuse me, Roxy, Hannah Montana will always be cool." Hey, she is pretty cool. I cannot lie. Jake says, "LOL, Haley." MASH was a movie first. I'm not talking about MASH, the TV show. I'm talking about MASH, the game. It was this whole thing. It was really fun. You guys will learn about it more on the World Girls if they let me play it with them. Okay, so those are my 7 things. 7 things that I know will make you feel a little bit better right now. Let me know in the comments which of those you have tried, which you are going to try. Every single person in here, I'm not kidding, challenge yourself. Pick one of those and do it today. Today or tomorrow, in the next 24 hours, either clean your place, do a little spa day for yourself, go on a 20-minute or longer walk, or outside even for 20 minutes or more. Send out 5 text messages to people that you care about, checking in on them. Drive somewhere with a pretty destination or at least a nice little drive. Make a plan. What the fuck are you going to do to achieve what it is that you need to achieve? And try something again from your childhood. Those are the 7 things. Let me know. You guys are all saying number 8. Okay, so number 8, Rob K says, hit that like button. I don't know that will make you guys feel better, but that will make me feel better, so I appreciate that. Jake says number 8 is watching the Patriots lose. I feel like number 8 is me eliminating Jake as a moderator. What do you guys think? I would actually die without him as a moderator, though, so unfortunately, he just gets to keep hating on the Patriots, and there's not much I can do about that. Speaking of Jake in the Streamlabs says, sometimes a list of goals can get overwhelming. Looking at it as one step at a time. Like with the road trip, don't think, fuck, I have 300 miles to go. Think of it in segments. Okay, got to get out of this town. Okay, got to get to the next town. Exactly, Jake. That's what I'm saying about these like little steps. Instead of like, got to win an Emmy, it's like, okay, need to put myself on tape once a week or something like that. Something more tangible. I just got to see Jake start moisturizing and making his bed. What do we have to do, people? What do we have to do? We will be back here live at the Roxy tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Glenn, how many shows have I done in the row during quarantine? What am I at? 241? You'll let me know. And thank you for everybody who's listening to this. If you are hearing this, please rate, comment, and subscribe on the podcast forum. If you're watching this, please give that thumbs up, that subscribe, and leave a comment afterwards. It really helps the algorithm. The 100 of you guys who are watch the show live right now with the 82 thumbs up, I really appreciate it from you guys. You are freaking awesome. Jake's trying to torture me today. Jake tries to torture me all the time, but he is very much so allowed to. Yo, this East Coast lady got some thick ass skin, as you guys know. Much love to everybody. Again, please pick at least one of these things and just give it a fucking shot. The worst that can happen is that you decide, I'm not doing that again. But I kind of doubt it. I just kind of doubt it. All right. See you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. this Friday, live at the Roxy. Much love. Stay safe. Stay sane. Put that toilet seat down. We know about them plumes. We can't go back now. And I'll see you tomorrow.